Basically, this video is to basically set the record straight because a lot of so-called Indians, so-called kind of like beefing with Moors, beefing with themselves, actually. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, a lot of them say, I'm not a Moor, or Indians are not Moors. They don't even know their nationality. Basically, they're giving you pedigree. You know what I'm saying? And I had a debate, not really a debate, but a dialogue with the brother Kalinago. I believe that's his name, Chief Kalinago. And this brother don't understand, but now he does, because he definitely removed his dumb post that he had on Facebook. Something about what law does Indian equals Moor mean? Or can you show a law that says that? That's the stupidest post I've ever seen. So basically, we showed him all kinds of stuff, and he removed the post. But let me get to the basic, what I'm trying to say here, because a lot of people want to say that, that five-pointed star, the flag, Moroccan flag, that's for Morocco. That's not our flag. Well, what I want y'all to know is basically, Morocco over in the East Maghreb, you know what I'm saying? They got their independence March 2nd of 1956, right? And I'm gonna tell you the five-pointed Moorish flag, because that's not the Moroccan flag, but that was the original Moorish flag that we're using now. That's the original Moorish flag. And Noble Drew Ali made that flag, the Moorish flag, in 1913 or something like that. And if you look at the Moroccan flag, that was adopted because the original flag that they had was actually Hebrew flag. It had the Star of David and checkerboards and things like that, that were in scissors and all kinds of things like that on the flag at the time that Noble Drew Ali adopted the Moorish flag that Morocco is using now, because Morocco is using the Moorish flag. And I'm gonna show you this, you know what I'm saying, because Noble Drew Ali made that a national flag. Morocco adopted the flag November the 17th of 1915. I apologize for that. And Noble Drew Ali adopted the flag, made that the Moorish flag in 1913. So it was 2 years before Morocco even got the flag. Noble Drew Ali already had it. He had it in 1913, 1914, around that time. You know what I'm saying? So, it was around the time that Marcus Garvey had started his movement. It's like a year before. You know what I mean? Noble Drew Ali started in 1913. Marcus Garvey started in 1914. Right? But the flag is a Moorish flag. Marcus Garvey used the African continental flag. You get what I'm saying? But the flag with the five-pointed star that's interlocked, that's the Moorish flag. That's not no Moroccan flag. That's the Moroccan flag now. You know what I'm saying? They're using it now, but they're not even. That's not the original Moroccan flag. The Moroccan flag was the flag that had the Star of David. You know what I'm saying? And then inside the Star of David, they had a moon and a crescent, or even on the outside they had 4 crescents outside of the Star of David, 4 moon crescents, or just simply the Star of David. And the flag was red and yellow. It wasn't red and green. That was their flag in 1928. That was after, you get what I'm saying, the star, because they had different flags through different periods and different encounters of colonization. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, France colonized them and gave them the five-pointed star, basically a Moorish flag. They adopted the Moorish flag. It's not originally theirs. You get what I'm saying? That flag is the Moorish flag. That comes from Morocco of the West, El Morocco. You know what I'm saying? America is El Morocco. Why you think you got Shriners wearing fezzes that say Islam or Muslim or anything like that? And it's a secret. They're in a secret society, or basically telling you that they mocking you. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no Europeans Muslims like that. You know what I'm saying? It was basically us. But you have amalgamated Moors, which are the European Moors. You get what I'm saying? So basically, just that crushes y'all right there. And then if you still don't think you're a Moor, just look up the etymology. You know what I'm saying? Because the etymology going to tell you that you're a Moor. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to say, well, no, I'm not a Northwest African. You are Northwest African because America is Northwest Africa geographically. Connect the continents back before the cataclysm, and you'll see that America is Northwest Africa. But not even to say that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what did Obama say? Obama say that the United States Constitution derives off of Muslim law.
Finished.
That should be clear.
So he went to Hikupta and exposed that the American Constitution is derived from Muslim law, which all scholars always knew.
The first nation to recognize my country was Morocco. In signing the treaty.
Right? Now, Michelle triangulates go to the Alhambra, the last stronghold of the Moors. They have pictures taken of them by the international community coming through double doors, dealing with the Kabbalistic principles, ancient African culture, higher self, lower self. Guard standing right next to him with the Moorish flag big as day. Then they come back here and sign the rights of indigenous people for these people to declare their nationality.
In April, we announced that we were reviewing our position on the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Today, I can announce that the United States is lending its support to this declaration.
That should be clear enough. I mean, Thomas Jefferson swore in with a Quran. You get what I'm saying? These people are telling you that you're Moors. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to claim your nationality and be stateless, or civilator martus, you know what I'm saying? A walking corpse, civilly dead, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem because you want to be black. You want all us to be two continents. You want to be a crayon or two continents. That's what you want to do, but you can't push that on the people. That's not the truth. The truth is we are Moors. Indians are Moors. Mexicans are Moors. That's all Moorish property. Basically, America is Moorish property. This is Moorish land. Spain is Moorish land. Europe is Moorish land. Like, come on, y'all. You know who you think the original Europeans are? The original Europeans are Moors. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Y'all mixing corporate with natural. You know what I'm saying? Because when you say Moors enslaved the indigenous people, you're talking about a group of Africans that wore fezzes from Senegal that were used as buffers by colonizers. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to say they represent all Moors. That was the Moorish Empire. That was not the Moorish Empire. They were some damn slaves that was made to wear fezzes to mock Moors, to make Moors look bad in history. You know what I'm saying? Wake up. Do your research. Stop just regurgitating everything you hear. Dan Holloway or any of these, even my brother Kerry Davis, you hear any of these Aboriginal indigenous people say, you know, because being Aboriginal indigenous have no nationality. There's no nationality in that. You know what I'm saying? You Aboriginal indigenous to what? You know what I'm saying? When you write this paperwork up, what are you talking about? That's what the courts are going to say. You know what I'm saying? And then you think that screen sharing and Facebook scholarly or YouTube scholarly is equivalent to Moorish studies. Moorish history is a section in college. You can go to college and study Moorish history. And then, you know, even the Moorish Science Temple got research team. You know what I'm saying? Moors has research team and hundreds of years of archived information that haven't even been out yet. You know, and you indigenous Aborigines got YouTube studies and a few years of college or whatever and think that you can basically compete with the Moorish studies. You can't. This is all facts. Just because you don't know it don't make it a fact. Just because you never heard certain information that Moors present don't mean it ain't fact. Just because it might not be documented. It might be a lot of information is held in with how I want to say, like how Africans or Native Americans hold their information in and they keep it amongst their people. That's a lot of our information. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be out there, but you know, a lot of it is out there. So if you want to just get further educated, just study and use your common sense. You know, read the etymology and break the etymology of what a Moor with the capital letter, what that means. I mean, come on. I mean, do your research. because it don't make sense to babble, you know, on Facebook or YouTube. It don't make sense. So I just want to hit y'all with that because, like I said, just look up the noun with the capital M. It's a noun, and just look and read it carefully. You know, don't just read the first few words, North African Berber, and think that's it. You know what I'm saying? Dwelling in Berbery, and then you stop right there and say Moors are North Africans. You know what I'm saying? But what about after it says Berbery, where it says late 14th century, from Old French Moor, from medieval Latin Morus, from Latin Morus, inhabitant of Mauritania, Rome, Northwest Africa, a region now corresponding to Northwest Algeria and Morocco. But where was it corresponding before? You know what I'm saying? Then from Greek Maros, perhaps a native name, or else cognate with Maros black. Right? I mean, from Greek Maros, perhaps a native name, or else cognate with Maros black. But this adjective only appears in late Greek and may as well be from the people's name as the reverse, right? And then it says also, remember, you have to read it. It says it says also applied to the Arabic conquerors of Spain, right? So it meant something else in the late 14th century, but then it also applied to the Arabic conquerors of Spain, being a dark people in relations to Europeans, right? Being a dark people, it didn't even say African. It said being a dark people in relation to Europeans. So you know that Native Americans were dark people, and they were, you could say the Siberians, which are Moors anyway. You know, it don't matter how you crack it. Siberians are Moors, Asians are Moors, they're Moors. So no matter how you crack it, well, let me finish. So being the dark people in relation to Europeans, their name in the Middle Ages was a synonym for Negro, right? So that right there should shut all of you Native Americans up. All of you Siberian Native Americans and you Negroid Native Americans. This should shut you up because it just told you that in the Middle Ages, right, that Moor was synonymous to Negro. You know what I'm saying? Or a synonym for Negro. Then it says later in the 16th century - 17th century, being the nearest Muslims to Western Europe, right? That was later. It didn't say it was used indiscriminately of Muslims, Persians, Arabs, etc. So it said, first it said it had been the nearest to Muslims in Western Europe. Then it said it was used indiscriminately of Muslims, Persians, Arabs, etc. But especially those in India, right? Because y'all think y'all are Indians, but it says especially those in India. We know India was Hindustan, right? Cognate with Dutch Moor, German Moor, you know what I mean? Danish Moro, Spanish Maro, Italian Maro, related to Morus, right? So, I mean, that breaks it down right there. That etymology, if you read it correctly, it basically tell you that you are Moor. And if you're a damn Indian, you're Moor. Because you know why? I mean, we going out because y'all are using English words, so don't say that this is a European title, but then you speak it to me in English, right? Okay, so listen to this. You are Moor because you relate to Europeans. You know, Indians related to Europeans, Africans related to Europeans, all of these dark races, these dark people, right, related to Europeans. So the Europeans called them Moors. Now, I never said that we called ourselves Moors. We didn't even speak English. You know what I'm saying? We had our own language. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we did. Because Latin is a Moorish language. And Spanish and English and all that derives from Latin. You know what I'm saying? So y'all do y'all research. Native Americans, you Aboriginal Indigenous brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you're Aboriginal Indigenous, what are you Aboriginal Indigenous to? And then you want to say, okay, well, I'm an American. You know what I'm saying? Copper-colored race found here by Europeans. Right. So that's a Moor. But you want to say you're an American. And you know, basically, American was named after an Italian explorer. You know what I'm saying? But we can still break that down. Amir or Moor, Americ, Rika. Rika is is basically feminine and Rico is masculine. You know what I'm saying? So y'all break it down however you slice it. If you take your emotions out of it, you'll see that you're more. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing, you can't escape it. I don't want to hear, we're not Moors, we're Indians. I'm a Cherokee. That's pedigree. That's your pedigree. That's not your nationality. You know what I'm saying? I got Cherokee and, you know, certain Native American heritage. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my nationality. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a part of the Cherokee Nation. Or I forgot how to say it, but it began with an A. Aniwaya, something like that. I can't remember how you say it. The original name or the other name that they had before they was called Cherokees. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm indigenous, aboriginal, but I'm a Moor. How simple is that? I mean, reason why you don't have to do, but you should use that because, I mean, it has protection. It has treaties. Yeah, Native Americans got treaties, but they ain't honoring none of them. They ain't honoring none of the Native American treaties. You know what I'm saying? But if we come together and stop forgetting who we were, they'll honor our treaties because we still here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Native American tribes, they all scattered. They don't know who they are, but we Moors, we dark race. So we don't have to worry about trying to find who pedigree is what. If you look at your skin and it ain't pale, you know what I'm saying? What black mean anyway? Black meant pale in colonial times. And y'all want to say black, I'm black, or you know, a lot of Indians, Aboriginals don't say that, but a lot of y'all African Americans, quote unquote, say I'm black. You know what I mean? But you saying you pale because in colonial times they didn't bring no black Africans over here. They brought some Slavs over here that were black. You know what I mean? BLAC, because it's only a 400 or 500 year old word. So if you go back to 1600s, the black people were the colonizers. The black people were not the indigenous Moors. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, you gotta look at that. And of course, y'all know we was already here. You know what I'm saying? But we were Moors. We're not a part of the Moors who enslaved the Africans. We Moors because we descend from Lemuria. Or Lemuria, you know what I mean? Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, that's what it is. M-U-U-R, vowels interchangeable. M-O-O-R, which is the corporate side of Moor, being a Mer. You know what I'm saying? That's when they went corporate. But when we went corporate and ran the world. Come on. But we was already moving around the world before we went corporate. Come on. Do your research. You know, stop regurgitating information that you think you know. You know what I'm saying? Out of some book, and then you put your own feelings into it. Give it all. Read it all. Don't just read what you want and don't read the rest. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm out. Peace.